Hello, friends. I hope you are doing well. Welcome to this contemporary mat Pilates practice centered around posterior chain power, improved posture, inner empowerment, and full body strength. Let's get started today in a seated position, lengthening your spine, resting the backs of your hands either on your knees or your thighs, softening your palms and your fingertips, and you might like to close your eyes. Feel the solidity and the support of the earth beneath you, the spaciousness of the room around you. Begin to guide your awareness inwards. Notice your breathing. With each inhalation, feel your spine lengthening. Feel the spaciousness entering your body. And with each exhalation, allow yourself to soften. Let go of everything that no longer serves you. Offer yourself 2 nourishing breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Big breath in. And big breath out. As we explore our sequence today, I'm going to introduce some mantras, some affirmations to help us root into self-love, self-acceptance, and self-empowerment. If these resonate with you, I invite you to repeat them silently or aloud to yourself. And if they don't, that's okay. I encourage you to continue with your movements and continue to surrender to your breath. So if you would like to recite the first mantra, repeat to yourself, I am worthy. I am worthy. Take an inhalation here, and on your exhalation, turn your head to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn your head to the left. Inhale through center. Let's do this once more in each direction. Noticing the gentle stretch for the sides of your neck. Continue to soften your face, your jaw, and your throat. Return through center. Gently lower one ear towards one shoulder and begin to circle your head and your neck, breathing at a tempo that feels nourishing. Perhaps swapping the direction of your circles. Slow down your movements. Rest your fingertips atop of your shoulders. Begin to circle your elbows down, back behind you, and skywards. Feeling the mobility around your shoulder girdle. Once more in this direction. And when you have your elbows out in front, let's swap the direction of our circles. Feeling the expansion across your chest and your collarbones. One more circle. Gently release. Inhale to raise your arms skywards. Exhale, side bend to the left, lateral spinal flexion. Inhale to rise. Exhale, bend to the right. And again. Notice the deep stretch for the sides of your waist and your torso. One more round in each direction. Roll the shoulders back. Let's come onto hands and knees. Send your hips back towards your heels. Reach your palms out in front. Child's pose. Soften your forehead onto the mat. Take a moment to anchor into this posture, to anchor into the present moment. Perhaps you choose to repeat the following mantra. I am enough as I am. I am enough as I am. On your next inhalation, press into your palms, ripple the spine forwards, lower the pelvis down, open your heart, cobra, spinal extension. Exhale, send your hips back towards your heels, child's pose. And again, inhale to roll forwards, engage the lower abdominals. Exhale to send your hips back. Really distributing your weight evenly between both palms and all fingertips so that we're supporting our wrists. Let's go again. Inhale to roll forwards. Think about softening your shoulders down away from your ears, opening your heart. Exhale, child's pose. From here, let's come up onto all fours. Lower onto your forearms, shoulders atop of elbows. Go ahead and extend your left leg back, point your toes. Keeping the core muscles engaged, spine is neutral. Inhale. Exhale, engage your glutes, lift your legs skywards. Inhale to lower, gently tap your big toe down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, and again. So we're using hamstring and glute strength to help lift that leg. We're engaging the core muscles, particularly the lower abdominals, to help protect the lower back and stabilize the pelvis. We're keeping both hip bones facing towards the earth. Continue to press firmly into your forearms, your palms, your fingertips to support the shoulder girdle. Let's go for 2 more rounds. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, final round. And gently rebend your knee. Find your foundation. Let's go on the other side. We lengthen the right leg. We point the toes. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, and again. So either gazing between your hands or slightly out in front, helping us to keep the neck lengthened. Continue to soften your face and really feel the length of your leg as you reach your limb out behind you. We want to avoid arching the back when we lift the leg. So by turning on the core muscles, that's going to help us create a container of support around the torso. Let's go for 3 more rounds. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. And again. Final round. And release. Send your hips back. Release the torso. Child's pose. Repeating to yourself, I am confident in who I am and who I am becoming. I am confident in who I am and who I am becoming. Offer yourself one nourishing breath here. Inhale and exhale. On your next breath, come up onto all fours. Lower down onto your forearms, shoulders the top of elbows. And from here, let's extend both legs back, tucking your toes under, coming into our plank pose. You're welcome to stay here. Firm up the quads, the glutes, and the core muscles. Inhale, point your left toes. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift, and again. So we're using glute and hamstring strength to help lift that leg. With each exhalation, we are drawing the lower abdominals, the navel towards the spine to protect our back. We're keeping the pelvis and the shoulders stable. It's just our leg that is moving. 2 more rounds. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. 1 more round. Return your toes down, find your foundation. Point your right toes and let's go on the other side. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower, and again. So as well as lifting our leg skywards, we really want to think about lengthening it towards the space behind us. Maintaining the stability throughout the rest of the body. Feeling the integrity of your core and your pelvis. Maybe inviting a smile onto your lips, breathing through this sequence. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Well done. Return to plank pose. Let's extend our arms. Inhale. Exhale, shift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Stretch out the spine. Stretch out your legs. Breathe. Repeat to yourself, I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to prove. Inhale. Exhale, lower your knees onto the mat, point the toes, walk your arms out in front, lower your chest towards the earth, puppy pose. Perhaps resting your chin or your forehead on the earth. Notice the stretch for your armpits. Walk your hands back in. And from here, let's come to prop ourselves up on our forearm, shoulder atop of your elbow. We're going to keep the leg that's on the earth bent, extend your top leg, keeping one hip stacked atop of the other. Raise your arms skywards. Inhale. On your exhalation, engage your core muscles, lift your pelvis. Inhale to point the toes. Exhale to lift your leg. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Each time we lift that leg, we are engaging our outer thigh, our outer hip. We're using core and oblique strength to stabilize the upper body. And again, we want to find that action of gluing or sucking our navel in towards our spine so that we're keeping the spine neutral, so that we're protecting the lower back. Continue to press firmly into the forearm that's on the earth so that we're protecting the shoulder girdle. Reaching your leg out towards the space behind you. Your next exhalation, keep your leg lifted at hip height. Breathe. 1 breath, inhale. And exhale, lower down. Lift the torso. Let's find our mermaid stretch. Exhale to side bend. Inhale to rise, twice more. Feeling a beautiful opening for your side body. Final round. Let's pause in our mermaid stretch for just a moment and rise up. So the leg that we just worked, the leg that was just moving, cross that leg atop of the other one, grab a hold of your leg with your opposite arm, and let's find a spinal twist. If you'd like to intensify the stretch, you can also place your tricep towards the outer edge of your thigh. Repeating to yourself, I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love. Offer yourself one breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Gently release your arms, uncross your legs. Let's perform our side plank series on the other side. Coming to rest atop of your opposite forearm. Bottom knee is bent, top leg is extended. Think about lifting up through the underside of your waist. Inhale. Exhale, we raise the arm and we lift the pelvis. If you need to adjust your bottom leg, know that that's okay. Exhale to float your legs skywards. Inhale to tap the big toe down. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, we lower, and again. Relax your face. Keep your neck aligned with your spine. Reminding yourself of just how strong you are. Feeling the power and the invigoration of your breath. On your next exhalation, keep your leg lifted. Reach your leg away from the body. Inhale. And exhale. Gently release. Roll the shoulders back. Let's find our mermaid stretch. Exhale to bend. Inhale to rise, twice more. On this next exhalation, pause here for a breath or two. And gently release from your side bend, and we'll find our seated spinal twist. Lengthening your spine, rooting your sits bones into the earth. Repeating to yourself, I am abundant. I am abundant. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Release from your twist. We'll come into another seated stretch, crossing one, or rather placing one shin atop of the other so that we're roughly aligning our knees with our ankles, lightly flexing your feet. And if you'd like to deepen the stretch, you can come into a forward fold. Now, this posture might not be accessible for you today, and that's okay. You're welcome to cross one leg in front of the other, and if you have one leg that's slightly lifted, that's okay as well. Really respecting your possibilities for today. If you were in a forward fold, mindfully elevate the torso, Roll the shoulders back, uncross and recross your legs, either with the opposite shin on top or the opposite shin crossed in front of the other. If you're in the fold, you might like to turn your palms to face skywards, helping you release your wrists and your hands. Allow this to be a passive stretch as you create space and let go. Gently lift the torso, uncross your legs. We'll keep the right knee bent. Reach your left leg out on a diagonal. Pivot your chest to frame that left leg, either staying upright or on your exhalation hinge from the hips. Allow your heart to follow as you melt your torso towards your leg. Breathe. Repeat to yourself, I accept myself wholeheartedly. I accept myself wholeheartedly. On your next breath, use the support of your arms to lift the torso. Roll the shoulders back, extend your right leg and bend your left knee. Pivot to frame your right leg. Exhale to fold. Repeat to yourself, I open my heart and I let love lead the way. I open my heart and I let love lead the way. And gently lift the torso. Come into a comfortable seated position of your choice. Perhaps close your eyes. Relax your arms and your hands. Take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Notice how the body is feeling physically, and notice if you can identify a shift in energy, perhaps a mood that maybe wasn't present at the start of practice. If you notice nothing at all, that is okay as well. Offer yourself one breath here. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhalation, reach your arms skywards. Call upon empowering and positive energy. Exhale, guide this love in towards your heart center. Thank you so much for joining this Pilates practice with guided affirmations. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the aspect of repeating affirmations, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. And in one word, share how you are feeling after this practice. If you haven't already done so, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I look forward to practicing with you soon.